Hello there. Once again, Santon from Anton Obey. Thank you for stopping by the collection room. Today, I'm taking a look at Cynder. If you're thinking, that cover looks a little wonky, maybe a little amateurish, well, it's a pretty, what's the word? Amateurish title, I guess. I think this series, pretty much, as far as I can tell, ran for 3 issues, is all I've ever been able to find, and then a few crossovers with a few other various extremely independent titles. But is the art super refined and polished? Not really. Is it good and interesting? Sure. So this cover is done by Linda Hernandez in 1994. And it's kind of a family deal, it looks like, because it is created, written, and inked by David Hernandez, penciled by Michael Alexander Hernandez, cover paint by Linda Hernandez, and then they do have a center pull-out, centerfold done by Rob Liefeld, which I thought was pretty impressive. It's like, this looks like a pretty homemade or a low budget or a labor of love home effort on a comic book. Don't get me wrong, the art's not terrible, but it's also not perfect. It's pretty amateurish, and sometimes look at this guy's head. Why does that look that way? Look at her head. That doesn't look right. There's a few really awkward faces and drawings that are like that, which give the book a very amateurish feel, but I do find it endearing. There is something endearing about the whole title, which is why we're looking at it. So he does a pretty good job on the main character herself, Cynder, but mostly like the face. You could tell he works extra long on the face of her. Even some of the body like gets awkwardly positioned and poised sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's better than anything I could do, but is it perfect stuff? No. And are we used to seeing better quality from this out of most of our comics? I think so. And there's a lot of this that like you wouldn't see from Marvel or DC. It's like this pose right here, like her entire midriff is gone. Like, what happened there? Also, what happened to this guy's leg? Some awkward stuff like that. Not to just point out all the flaws, but you know, apparently somebody saw this and thought it had potential and wanted to support the project because, I mean, you've got a Cynder centerfold there by Rob Liefeld, of all people. And he drew a hand, guys. Look, Rob drew a hand, and it's okay. He didn't draw any feet, and only one hand, but, you know, he believed in it. Yeah, and this is the other one. Bill Tucci does the centerfold of the next one. The guy who draws She. These guys are both who did very, very good pages in their respective books. Yeah, some of this is like, I believe this is somebody on fire, is what we're supposed to be seeing, but it is wonky to say the least. Not always, like, just not that well done. And why would you even bother attacking these people with kicks and punches and beating them up when she can literally cause them to burst into flames? And these flames don't look very flamey. I will give them that. If you're gonna draw a character and write a character, what's that? AV Comics and Cards. Oh, Antelope Valley. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're gonna draw or create a comic book character based entirely on flames as her power, you should be able to draw flames better. Don't get me wrong. See, this one is, I think, vastly improved. She does the hair great. The whole, whatever these things are, they just look wrong and awkward. It's another Linda Hernandez cover. Oh, and I should probably touch on the year. I believe these are 95, if I didn't say that earlier. Which I would expect to see books like this a little bit earlier, actually. This, to me, looks like an 80s book. But you do have the whole kind of bad girl scene going on in the 90s, and that's probably what this is banking on. Yeah, I'm sorry. They just always look like her boobs are looking different directions. And I don't know what their thought pattern was with that. Definitely amateurish, but with a charm. And this centerfold is color and glossy in a book that is pretty basic on its print. By Joe Benitez and Top Cow Color. It's the guy who does Sideblade and Weapon Zero, as you can read clearly. This guy looks good. These are some of the best looking images I think we've probably seen so far. That looks pretty good. Although, once again, it feels like we're going completely different directions or something. I don't. And now we're back into trying to draw flames. Guys, it doesn't look very fiery. Like I'm not very good at drawing flames either, but like if you put these on your hot rod, it's not gonna look like flames. Guys, you gotta have better flames than this. So for all the amateur art things that I've been picking at and everything like that, I'm handing it to the flames being the worst aspect, which when your character is Cynder is just not good. It's just not good. You need to draw better fire than that. This cover looks fantastic because they left out the whole awkward design, and maybe it's just how her top is designed that they never look right. And so they just skipped that. They're just like, let's just avoid that. And this looks great. It does look a little bit like a Dawn cover, though. Just add the little lines going down off her eye there, the little tear marks, and this would look like a Dawn comic. Cynder 3 of 3. So we're getting towards the end of the series. And like I said, I don't know how... I haven't found hardly anything else about this character. Came across these in a pack of, or a bin of, I think it was just bad girl titles. That looks pretty good. It's clearly not that guy, but yeah, it is. There is something wrong with this top, this outfit, that makes her always look awkward. I mean, it is nice that they got some really popular comic book artists from the day to add some centerfolds to it, but they're, you know, that part of them is probably one of the cooler parts of the book, is that this family came up with a comic, and you got some of the greats to chip in and help. An alternate cover by Adam Hughes. You guys must have known there were some strings that you could pull. All new Cynder Series 2, full digital color. Thing is, I don't know that ever happened. I have hunted this book off and on throughout my collecting years, and have never actually come across any others. I've come across Cynder and Nira, and like I said, a few other crossovers, but never a Cynder Series 2 or a second group of issues. This was a whole year later. This is 96. And we still have, well, we actually have Leandro NG on pencils this time, which is, wow, that is a vast improvement. That is some major work done there. That it looks infinitely better. Let's see if we can get some flames and see if they look right. We've got Helena popping up. yeah, this art is so much more polished and pristine. Still looks a little bit independent, just due to its pages, the coloring, or the, well, I should say the black and white, the way it was inked and stuff. But massive improvement on the actual art process there. But yeah, these were all put out by a company called Immortelle, or Immortelle. I always read that as Immortelle, something like that. I know it's probably not. But we got some, looks like storyboarding. It's not been inked, but it does look fantastic. And yeah, they storyboarded right onto the back page. So that's a thing. Anyway, that is them. That is the series there. Hold on. And if you didn't know, this series, even though it didn't run very long, it actually garnered its own action figure in a very large box. A Cynder action figure. Immortelle Studios. This is Skybox. So Skybox was known for making really bad action figures of mostly bad girls from the 90s. See, they used the page works from the last issue that I just pulled instead of the page works from the original. But they were known for making just really awkward, unposable, crappy action figures for independent comics and titles. And then you would see these on the back wall of comic book shops, and they'd hang there for literally ever. There's still probably some hanging in the back of some comic book stores somewhere. But I will pop that open and give you kind of a look at that in one of my upcoming videos. I wanted to get it because I used to have the set, and I just wanted to complete it again. I want to have Cynder 1 through 3 and the original action figure, and just that would be good. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been fun. Catch you guys later. Bye.